Hey, greetings from Allen J. Prep. We are excited today to bring you our virtual athletic awards banquet. Every year, we pause at the end of the school year just to recognize all the athletes here at Allen J. Prep, the coaches and the parents that make our athletic teams possible. I want to begin with some thank yous today. I want to say a big thank you, first of all, to our scholars who participated in athletics this year. We think that participating in athletics has a positive impact on your social and academic performance in school, and we are certainly proud of the way that you have represented Allen J. Prep. I also want to say a special thank you to our coaches. Our coaches work hard during the day as teachers here at Allen J and then put in extra hours on the field or on the court to be sure you have an opportunity to play and that you're learning the skills necessary to help you succeed. And so I want to say a special thank you to them. And to all of our parents, thank you for all of your support. We have a great group of parents who have been with us over the past several years that have supported our athletic teams. So a big thank you. One final thank you before we proceed today. I want to say a special thank you to our PTA. Our PTA is responsible for purchasing the pins, certificates, and awards that we will be giving out. They're always a major supporter of the athletic program here at Allen J. Prep, so I want to say a special thank you to them. All right, so we're going to call some coaches up and let them present today and give you an update on how their season went and to acknowledge some individuals. Thank you for tuning in to our virtual athletic banquet.
The MVP goes to the most outstanding player of the year, someone who demonstrates leadership, sportsmanship, and commitment to the sport. This year's MVP for girls soccer goes to Sophie Wheat. For most improved, this athlete not only improved her craft, but became the leader the team needed in key moments on the field. She was a leader on and off the field. This year's most improved goes to Eliza Graham. Lastly, the Coaches Award. The Coaches Award goes to the athlete who I can count on at all times. She demonstrated leadership and skill in soccer. This year's Coaches Award goes to Dottie Braswell.
The Coaches Award goes to the athlete who I can count on all times, someone who could run up and down the field in matter and play both defense and offense. They had the demonstration for leadership and the skill set to play any position. This year's Coaches Award for boys soccer goes to Bukelwa Alanda. This most improved player improved not only in leadership, but also in the crafting of his skill. He became the most improved goalie that we have seen in soccer for a very long time. This year's most improved goes to Noah Van Newkirk. And the MVP goes to the most outstanding player of the year, someone who demonstrates sportsmanship, leadership, and commitment to the sport. This year's MVP for boys soccer goes to Franklin Brown.
Hi, I'm Coach Barker. I'm head football coach here at Allen J. Prep. Talk about football first as we get going. Good season this year. Finished 6-2 on the year, third place in the conference. Played a really tough Ferndale team, and then had a great game out here at Allen J against Welburn, a back and forth fun thing. Saw a lot of growth this year with the kids. We've had most of them that we had counted on. We had them the year before. Looking forward to what they do on the next year. But first, let's call everybody that participated in football this year. We have Cameron Baldwin, Devin Chandler, Cedric Commander, Corey Crump, Andrew Cordero, Jazier Dixon, Jacob Gilmer, Trey Green, Ashton Hardy, Michael Harris, Elijah Hayes, Jamil Henry, Chandler Isaac, Ty Keck, Jaquari Love, DJ McBee, Cameron McCain McCollum, Chancellor McGriff, Cameron McNeil, Eli Pender, Razon Rowland, Aaron Sauls, Daniel Short, Michael Simpson, Braxton Smith, Cameron Stooks, Chase Tatum, Jazon Thompson, Nolan Totten, Makai Twyman, and James Umplin. Again, fellas, we thank you so much for all your hard work this year. Practices were fun. We had a great season. I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Mr. Nissen, and he's going to give out the first award of the day.
Hey guys, Coach Nissen here. I have the opportunity to introduce the first Coaches Award. This young man played on both sides of the ball. He always was focused, had a fantastic positive attitude. He was a great leader on and off the field, and he took feedback and he grew from it. So the first person I would like to recognize is Trey Green. Coach Hammond.
Hello everybody, Coach Hammond here. Here to present the second Coaches Award. This guy was a tremendous leader on our football team. He had a great attitude, always came to practice with high spirits and kind of raised the spirits of everybody on the team. talented guy. He's big and strong. If he continues to work at his talents and hone his skills, I believe he can be really a force at the next level. And of course, I'm talking about the one, the only, the man who wears Clemson Tigers sweatshirt every single day at school. Of course, I'm talking about Braxton Smith. Congratulations, Braxton. Coach Barker's coming up next.
All right, Coach Barker back. First, I'm going to present most improved. This kid in the 2 years we've had has grown on the field, the court, and most importantly in the classroom. We've challenged him a lot to get his grades and his focus back up. This kid, looking forward to him on the next level in the high school. He's got a lot of potential. We were talking here just a few minutes ago. Remember, there was one game here, the last home game that we had here, Lincoln. It seemed like he made every tackle, and then he picked up a fumble at the end and about ran it all the way back. But we're going to give most improved to Mekhi Twyman. All right, lastly, we have MVP. We had two very special, gifted football players for us for the last 2 years. They've been our best tacklers. They've been our best runners. They've not come off the field for us in probably the 2 years that they've played football for us. They've grown in the classroom also. They're great leaders at the school, but we're going to give MVP for football to two people. First, we're going to give it to Cameron McCain, that we also call Watunda, and then we'll give it to also Cameron Baldwin. I'll turn it over to Coach Britt and cheer.
Hi, my name is Coach Brittany. I'm the cheerleading coach at AJP. I just want to say these young ladies work hard. They are very hard workers. I met them at a very short period of time. I just want to say we came in together, made teamwork. We accomplished all the goals that we wanted to, and I say they did a great job. So I'm going to list off the girls this year that were on the team. Abigail Williams, Destiny Hewitt, Gianna C., Grace Good, Iris Cheek, Jemiah Spencer, Jocelyn Henderson, Kyla Wells Scott, Madison Kelly, Marissa Pringle, Sine Booten, Sanaa Wells Scott, Zanaya Hicks, Shania Lynch, and Hayden Minish. All right, I'm going to start with my first award for most improved. Actually, this one is the Coaches Award, sorry. We have one 8th grader. She was very hard working. She was a team leader, and that was Sanaa Wells Scott. Also, the second person who I chose for that award, she was a very hard worker. She was on the team again from last year, and that was Grace Good. So now I have the most improved. This one young lady was very quiet when I first met her. She was shy, but she started working with the team and started taking in charge, and her name is Destiny Hewitt. Also, I have a 6th grader who is very most improved. She is the really quiet one, and she is so small and tiny, but she's a hard worker, Marissa Pringle. And I have my MVP. I have 2 8th graders. This 8th grader, she started off learning the skills from the basic level. She worked hard. She made her way to the top, and that was Abigail Williams. And last but not least, this person took charge. She was very hard working. She was a team player, and she helped me out a lot dealing with the girls, and that was Madison Kelly. Thank you very much. Now to Coach Green.
My name is Coach Green. I had the pleasure of coaching the girls and boys volleyball teams this year. I had had 2 groups of amazing scholars that came together and supported each other, and they rallied together and they helped dominate on the court. I'm going to start with my girls. This year we had Araya Ashley, Camden Austin, Aubrey Brown, Anaya Coleman, Kalani Daniel, Eliza Graham, Courtney Griffith, Jada Hamilton, Sophia McKnight, Sydney Mitchell, Jenna Pravat, Sarah Queen, Stephanie Stafford, Sophie Wheat, and Carmen Williams. My first award is going to go to the most valuable player. This female scholar, she really helped on the court. She helped rally all the scholars together, keep the girls together, keep them as one unified unit, and she really helped kind of guide and direct them on the court. So most valuable player for girls volleyball goes to Sophie Wheat. My next award goes to another 8th grade scholar who was very influential on the court. She helped push her teammates to excellence, and she helped keep their mind focused while on the court, and she really helped build the morale during each game. So most inspirational player goes to Araya Ashley. And last but not least, most improved player goes to a 7th grade scholar who really gave it her all throughout the entire season. She came in and she showed that she had passion and that she really wanted to excel on the court. So most improved player goes to Miss Aubrey Brown. Next are my boys volleyball participants. They were first in conference, and so I'm going to list those boys. We have Bakawa Alonda, Tiernan Bowen, Bryson Brown, Colin Burgess, Zach Cohen, Aiden Griffith, Cohen Jones, Zariab Khan, Azarius Neely, Eli Nelson, Max Nissen, Noah Van Newkirk, and Hutch Wheat. The first award goes to an 8th grade scholar. You can easily say he dominated the court. He had an amazing time out there, but he also helped build the morale for his team, and he helped encourage them, and he helped lead them on the court. So most valuable player goes to Colin Burgess. My second award goes to a 7th grade scholar who really was, the title of this most inspirational player really describes his character. It describes his whole personality throughout each game, throughout each practice. He helped guide everyone and keep them focused. So most inspirational player goes to Mr. Bakelwa Alonda. And lastly, most improved player goes to an 8th grade scholar who showed up at the beginning. He had never played before, but he had a desire to excel, and he had a desire to see himself improve and just to participate in a sport and help his fellow teammates. So most improved player goes to Mr. Azarius Neely.
All right, Coach Barker back. I'm going to do wrestling right now. Coach Marison had a couple other responsibilities going on today. He was unable to make it. He wanted to apologize for that. But first, let me say, Coach Marison, thank you so much for coming to Allen J and getting wrestling started back up. I want to talk to the boys right now. Thank y'all so much. It was a good season. You guys worked hard, not only on the wrestling mat, but you had to get up chairs every day, put them back. We moved the wrestling mats, it seemed like 4 or 5 times, got them back up on the stage, and y'all never complained once, and I really appreciate that. And I appreciate your growth and all that, and I'm sure Coach Marison would second that. First, let's talk about the participants. There was Bryson Brown, Zach Cohen, Cedric Commander, Aiden Griffin, Janelle Harris, Jamil Henry, Azarius Neely, Martin Martinez, Chancellor McGriff, Julian O'Leary, Aaron Sauls, Michael Simpson, and Sean Stroud. First, Coach Marison would like to give his Coach's Award to 2 people. First, Cameron Stokes and Michael Simpson. Next, for most improved, Sean Stroud, an MVP. Thank you. An MVP for wrestling this year, Azarius Neely. Thank you, boys.
All right, good evening. My name's Scott Van Newkirk. I'm the girls basketball coach here at Allen J. Prep. I just want to go ahead and read a list of our players, and then I want to go ahead and hand out a few awards. So, participants this year are Ashlyn Alford, Madison Alford, Araya Ashley, Deja Brooks, Aaliyah Dixon, Courtney Griffith, Samaya Housey, Amaya Hilton, Sydney Mitchell, Addison Perry, Leshelle Sadler, Tiana Spinks, Stephanie Stafford, Morgan Destiny Tillman, Sophie Wheat. All right, at this time, I'm going to go ahead and read off our awards. I want to go ahead and start off with my Most Improved Award. My Most Improved Award goes to a young lady who began the year playing very, very timid, but at the end she finished strong. She was a beast. She fought down to the last minute, and we almost pulled off our last victory in the first round of the playoffs because of her hard effort and work. We just fell a little bit short, but she just killed it towards the end of the year. And that award goes to Deja Brooks. My next award goes to the Most Inspirational Player. This player, anytime I was frustrated, anytime I was down, she would come over, she'd build me up, she'd encourage me, and when she was down, she allowed me to build her up and encourage her. We had many talks before the games, and she was just a breath of fresh air to talk to kind of get a little coaching perspective. She was always easily receiving any type of instruction, but she inspired us, she inspired me, she inspired our players, and it goes to Addison Perry. I have two most valuable players, both 8th graders, who were extremely strong leaders on and off the court. Anytime you see them in school, their character excelled. They were role models for not only their peers, but they were role models on the court. They kept their cool. They had self-discipline, and they gave their all every single day. The girls on the team respected them, and they were just, we couldn't have had our most successful season without them, and that is Araya Ashley and Sophie Wheat. Congratulations on a great season.
Hey, Coach Barker back again to talk about boys basketball. Great season this year. First ever boys conference championship here at Allen J. Prep. Hard-working group, fun group, loved every minute, every practice. It's been a great season. First, I'll introduce the participants. Cameron Baldwin, Franklin Brown, Colin Burgess, Devin Chandler, Corey Crump, Jazeer Dixon, Trey Green, Josiah Hill, Jaquari Love, Cameron McCain-McCullum, Cameron McNeil, Naseem Motley, Eli Pender, Jamison Poteet, Herzl Smith, Nolan Totten, Makai Twyman, and Hutch Wheat. For Coach's Award this year, one of the best defensive players I think I've ever coached. He was our stopper. He was our heart, his energy, his passion. But Coach's Award will go to Trey Green. Most improved. I don't think last year he played more than 30 seconds a game, if most. His height, his motor, his ability just grew. You could tell that he spent a lot of time in the off season playing basketball and getting better. It's amazing to watch on the court. It never seemed like he got tired, and even when I took him out, he would complain, "I'm not tired, I'm ready to go, coach." But most improved goes to Cameron Baldwin. I'm sure everybody knows who our MVP is. He's a pretty special athlete. We're looking forward to what happens for this young man. I remember when he walked in here as a 5th grader, he was already my height. His hand was twice the size of mine, but he is a special, gifted basketball player. We're looking forward to it, watching him in the future. Mr. Jaquari Love. Thank you, boys, for a great season. Appreciate it. All right, Coach Barker, one last time. My other role here is athletic director, so I want to give out a lot of thanks. First, I want to thank Dr. Wheat and Dr. Smith so much for their support this year and everything they do for us behind the scenes. A lot of the scholars don't get to see it. I want to thank all the teachers that served at gate and scorekeepers, especially Mr. Myers, Mr. Klein. Mr. Myers did about every score. Mr. Klein drove every bus that I didn't. And also thank you, Mr. Myers, for doing this filming. Scholars, thank you so much. Some of you we've had in sports for 3 years. If there's anything myself or the coaches can do for you, don't hesitate. I miss you. I was looking forward to the spring sports. I think we would have probably swept the spring sports in conference. Your physicals, if you're an 8th grader, they will be available for pickup towards the end when all the pickup stuff starts. Parents, thank you so much. You have been wonderful to work with. It's been a pleasure to coach and lead. I'm sure all of you have a lot of questions for next year. I don't have the answers for yet. Decisions haven't been made. As of right now, when we start back up middle school wise, the plan is to try to have sports if the governor deems that we can and the High School Athletic Association follows in with that. Again, thank you. I miss you. Love you.
Well, once again, we'd like to thank all of our coaches for their presentations today, also for the time that they spent working with our scholar athletes. Thank you to all of our parents and, of course, to all of our scholars who participated. Hey, just a couple of words before we close. So the PTA is providing an athletic pin for each sport that you participated in. We're going to have that available for a pickup opportunity, and we'll share more information about that. But we want to be sure that you do receive your certificates and you do receive your athletic pin. We got a couple other really cool events coming up. We're doing our virtual end-of-year ceremonies. Those will be released on June 11th, and June the 12th will be our 8th grade ceremony. So I just want to encourage you guys, finish strong. Thanks for watching our athletic presentation today.